Welcome back to another week of Summer Tips from She. This week I'm with my wonderful and motivating friend Janaé Heitzig, and today Janaé is going to be sharing some great tips with us. Now, Janaé is also my exercising buddy / trainer because she gets me out there a lot of times and helps me with my technique. So Janaé, what are you going to be sharing with us today?
I'm going to be sharing 5 key tips on how to run or how to get out there and start running.
Great! Well, I'm excited to learn, and I'm sure you are as well.
Well, there are 100 different tips that I could give you today, but I think there are 5 that are most beneficial to help you get out there and start running. Or if you're already an experienced runner, to just kind of look back on and reassess and make sure that you are in the proper form and doing everything correctly. I've been an experienced runner for the past 13 years. I started out around the age of 12 doing track and cross country, up and through high school and then on to college where I competed competitively. So we'll start with the basic. Number 1 is your gear. You need to make sure that you have comfortable clothes to wear and the proper tennis shoes. You don't want to be in flip-flops, you don't want to be in a flat sole, you don't want to even be in a comfortable walking shoe. You want to make sure that you're in a running trainer. Why? It stabilizes you and it cushions the compression that you have and do when you do run. Your body has a lot of pounding that happens when you run, and you want to make sure that you're in the proper shoe that will absorb that compression and absorb that pounding. Number 2 is you definitely need to make sure that you're warming up and cooling down after every run that you go on or jog. So for a warm-up, you can do just the basic. If you haven't been an experienced runner, an experienced runner would probably jog for 8 to 10 minutes, which would get you a mile of warm-up. If you're not an experienced runner and you say, I can't do 8 to 10 minutes of jogging to warm up, you can walk, you can do jumping jacks, you can jog in place. You can do something as simple as arm twirls because that gets your heart rate up. In a warm-up, you want to get your heart rate up and your muscles loose. In your cool down, you want to make sure that you're bringing your body back down from an intense heart rate and to allow your muscles to stretch out. So in a cool down, you're going to be stretching, and that's holding stretching. In your warm up, you won't be doing holding stretching. That's not good for your body to hold stretches as you warm up. When you're completing a run and coming down off a run, you want to make sure that you slowly slow your heart rate back down to a normal resting heart rate pace, and then make sure that you do 15 to 30 seconds of holds of stretches with your arms, with your legs, making sure that you stretch out everything. When you run, you definitely use each muscle in your body, so you want to make sure that you stretch them all out at the end. Number 3 tip would be your form and your breathing. You want to make sure that you have proper form when you run, so you need to make sure that your stride is right, that you're holding your arms in the right position, that you're doing the right things with your legs, and breathing. A lot of times when we concentrate too much on what we're doing, we forget to breathe. And if you can't breathe, you're not getting oxygen to your muscles, and so you're not going to be able to, 1, get the endurance that you need to maintain a jog, but also you're going to fatigue yourself a lot faster. Okay, so the proper form from a side profile shot, you're going to want your arms in a 90-degree angle. You want your shoulders back as much as possible. If you lean forward, you're allowing your back muscles to concave, and just that's going to give you arm cramps and side cramps when you jog. So your shoulders back, arms in a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to drive your leg up, knee to the sky, and this is dramatic. You're not going to really run like this. Drive your leg up, kick out, and then quick bring around. That's how you run correctly. Obviously, if you wanted to train yourself to do that correctly, you could do what they call the A step, which is exactly what I did, and you just practice bringing your legs around and your arms back in a forward motion. Obviously, I'm staying in place, but you could do that to help yourself get the right form so that when you actually go out to jog, your body is used to doing that form. You won't bring your legs up as high, you won't kick your leg straight out, but your body has and your muscles have muscle memory. So you want to make sure that you have correct form, so you could even do that on a test day or a practice day or prior to your run while you're warming up. It's a great way to get your heart rate up, is to practice that correct form. Make sure that you breathe, inhale and exhale, deep breaths that allows you to build endurance as well as maintain a steady ab contraction that helps your diaphragm inflate and deflate. So you want to make sure that you're doing that with deep breaths. Short breaths, again, can be something that causes side aches or side cramps, also shoulder cramps. So anytime that you're in a jog and you feel that happening, think about your form. Think about what are you allowing your body to do while you're jogging. Tip 4 would be consistency and discipline. You definitely have to stay consistent. As I mentioned before, in order for your body to build up muscle memory, you have to be consistent. You can't jog on a Monday and then go a week and jog the following Monday. Why? Because you've given your body too much time to rest, and that has allowed your body to forget how to do it. If you build up to do it once a week, it's not going to help, but you need to be consistent. You could go every other day jogging, giving yourself a rest day in between, which is fine for your body. You don't lose muscle memory until after 48 hours of your jog. So remember to 1, have the right gear, 2, have a warm up and a cool down, 3 is going to be your form and breathing, 4 is going to be consistency and discipline. Make sure that you are staying consistent, at least jogging 3 to 4 times a week, possibly taking a rest day in between there. And step 5 would be to have a goal. The Apostle Paul tells us to run as to obtain the goal in mind, or to obtain the prize. And when I ran in competitions, I didn't run to lose, I ran to win. So if you have a goal in mind, whether that's to complete 20 minutes or to complete a 5K or to complete a marathon, make sure you have a goal in mind. If you're a first-time runner, I would say keep your goal to a place that is obtainable. Don't jump from, hey, I've never jogged for 2 minutes to, I'm going to go out and do a marathon. Make sure that it's something that you can achieve. If it's your first time running, your first challenge should be to be able to run consistently for 20 minutes. Once you accomplish that, you can then start building on your distance, whether you want to go further in 20 minutes, or you can start building on your time. Now going from 20 minutes to 25 minutes to 30 minutes, small increments. You don't want to jump from 20 minutes to 40 minutes. That's doubling your workload, and it's too much for your body. Again, get out there and run. It's good for your body, and it's really encouraging.
Thank you so much, Janaé. That was a lot of great running information. You talked about running shoes, and I'm wondering, how do you know if the running shoe fits you properly?
Well, you first want to go to a shoe department or an athletic store, and you're definitely going to want to ask for assistance. If you've never run before, if you've never, if you've never run before, you've never purchased a pair of running shoes, you need to know that each fit is different, especially depending upon whether or not you pronate, whether or not you have high arches or flat feet. You want to take all of those things into consideration, and if you go and speak to a professional who does sell the shoe, they can look into all of that.
I guess another thing that I've taken away just from exercising with friends lately is that it's really good, if you're not as motivated like I'm not, is to find a group of friends who have the same goals as you, or at least more or less have the same goals. Friends who want to get out and exercise. I know that can get me to go out and actually run or exercise, or even if I can't get out, And just knowing my group of friends is exercising motivates me to exercise at home. So I encourage you to find a group of friends who are going to hold you accountable, because God has given us these bodies and He wants us to take care of them.
Yes.
And if we are able, we should. Maybe you can't run. So maybe it's something like just a walk in the evenings. I just encourage you, like Janaé said earlier, just get out. Do whatever works for you. Often when I'm running or attempting to run, Janaé has seen me run, and she's helped me with my form. But I think of Eric Whittle, who said that when he runs, he feels God's pleasure. I haven't gotten to that point yet. When I run, I usually more feel His presence because I feel like I'm going to die and be in His presence. But I'm hoping to get to that place. That's kind of one of my goals, like you talked about. So whether it's for 20 minutes, a whole hour, whether your run is a fast walk or a sprint, if you run, then you're a runner. So I encourage you, just get out there and become a runner. Thank you so much for your tips and for sharing all of your information with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Well, thank you for joining us for another week of Summer Tips from She. We hope that we see you again next week. God bless you guys. Bye.